Dugan. I served in the U.S. Navy, and I attained the rank of E5. My classification was Radium second class. We got word that there was a tropical cyclone coming, and that's the equivalent of a hurricane in this hemisphere. The difference is they turn the opposite way. Okay, so they're tracking this thing, and they're telling us, you better start to tie everything down you got, because it looks like it's going to run right over you. So when I worked, I would work three days from 7 to 3, and then I'd have 24 hours off. I'd work 3 evenings from 3 to 11, and then I would have 24 hours off. And then I would work 3 nights from 11 to 7, and I'd have 72 hours off. And that's the way it worked the whole time I was there. Well, I was on the second one, 3 to 11. Got off of work, went back to the chow hall, got something to eat, went back to bed. By this time it was raining, which it only did 2 other times the whole time I was there. And the wind was blowing, and this thing's coming. So we all went to bed, and right about daylight, the barracks fire watch woke me up, because during that time when I was a supervisor. And he says, you got to get your men together. You're going back to the communications center, where the message center was. You're going to be the damage control team. So I went around to the 2 barracks, woke all my guys up. We all got together, and we hiked back over to the comm center. Wind was blowing so hard. I was never a big guy, but we had a guy there that was smaller than me. It knocked this kid over. The wind was blowing so hard. We got back inside the building, and we basically hung out, because they already had a crew there that was working. Well, the storm got so bad, it actually disrupted the communications at the base. We couldn't talk to anybody. They couldn't talk to us for close to half an hour. And the only way I can describe the sound is it sounded like there was 1,000 trains going by. Just roar, and it got quiet. And one of the guys oh wow, it must be over. And I said, I don't think so. So we had a place in the back where we had an incinerator that on the 11 to 7 watches, we burned all the paperwork that was accumulated during the day. So me and these other 2 guys, we went back into the incinerator room, because it had a door to the outside. And we opened the door, and the sun shining. And way out there, we could see this black wall coming at us. We were in the eye of the storm. So that was pretty cool. So the storm, rest of it ran over us. I forget, it didn't do a tremendous amount of damage. It ruined the gas station, and they had some outside refrigeration units, and it ruined them. But where we were, the ground was sandy. They called it by the name Pindan. The wind blew so hard, it blew this sand up against vehicles and sandblasted the paint off of it. The next day, when we walked out, there's the shiny metal steel on the side of the car. There's no paint at all. It's gone. So that was the most exciting thing that happened while we were there. And like I say, I left there around on the 7th of May. We flew back the same way. Went down to Richmond, stayed overnight, went back through Christchurch, American Samoas, back to Hawaii, back to Travis, went down to San Diego, got on a plane, and flew home. I had 30 days leave this time, and then I was going to then when my leave was over, they wanted me to go back to San Diego and do a week at 2 different kinds of schools. And then my next duty assignment was going to be on Guam in the Marianas Islands.